Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing today? All right, I want to start off with a quick sound check to make sure everyone can be heard. Chat, it's up to you. Let me know if you can hear everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, chat?
Don't fail us now, chat.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, what's up, Illis Cat? Thank you for letting me know. All right. Can you hear Bishop Keywork and Retired Lover Bravo? Speak up, gentlemen.
Hello. Also, hello,
everybody.
Elias.
Yes, welcome in, everybody.
Welcome in. I'm Commodore Zed. I'm your storyteller. Welcome to Lake Blackwater by Night's Session 0 for Vampire the Masquerade. Shadows stir in the deep. We have an exciting night ahead of you of just Session 0 planning, doing everything that we've kind of been doing a little bit ahead of time, but bringing it on stream for you. So every Monday at this time, we can bring you a new live session of our game. The usual. I'm 75. They're 25. What have you done? Okay, let me. Everyone, try again.
Hello. Test.
Hello.
Test.
Screaming internally and externally.
Is that better, Pete? That should have been better. Okay,
Better?
excellent. Elias Cat says
Yep,
yes.
okay.
Much better.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Also, good to see you, Elias. They're my friend. So.
Oh, hey,
What's up?
friend support is the best support. All right, that's
Please help me when I'm doing something dumb. Please.
excellent. So, like I said, I'm Commodore Zed. I'm a variety streamer. I stream retro and I do tabletop RPGs. We will be running Vampire every Monday night from 9 p.m. Eastern till these guys tell me they're too tired and want me to stop, or I get too tired, which I get tired around 12:31. If these guys get tired earlier, that's fine. Whenever we get tired is when we're going to play till.
That's fine. I'm West Coast. I turned into a pumpkin earlier, but I'm West Coast.
You're
so
West Coast.
It's all good. Yes.
I'm a creature of the night anyway, so I'm good to go like till 6 o'clock in the morning with 2 hours of sleep.
And I'd probably usually be out by about 12:30. So
Okay, fantastic. So we know where our hard stop's kind of going to be. All right, so we're going to get started tonight with some introductions. We're going to start on my bottom, looking the way I'm looking, my bottom left, which is Ryan Gallagher, played by Bishop 1810.
Spotlight on me already. Well, hello, I am Bishop 1810. I have not streamed before, so this is all new to me. I am a veteran of D&D for about 10, possibly 12 years by now. Been doing it since I was a kid. Yeah, it's interesting. I usually play a lot of other games too. Marvel Rivals, Warframe, pretty much you name it, first-person shooters. Prime Gaming, all that kind of stuff. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Keywork Savior.
yo, I'm Keywork Savior. I stream on Twitch rather irregularly, but I've been streaming for a little over 2 years now. I've known Commodore Zed since I was in 3rd grade. So what used to be couch video games is now Twitch video games. I have played D&D a few times. Commodore Zed and I used to play World of Darkness, Werewolf and Vampire way back in the day. But nothing much recently, and this is definitely my first time trying it on Twitch. So thank you for the opportunity, Zed. Really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very
Yeah,
welcome.
really.
All right, and then directly next to him is Retired 11 Bravo playing Salvatore Ricci.
Hello. I'm Jeff, or Retired 11B. Let's see. Former sailor, soldier, video game dev, illustrator, writer. I got a bunch of stuff in there. Been playing tabletop RPGs since the 80s. I've played a lot of various different games, but I really like the Worlds of Darkness setting, especially with like the Vampire the Masquerade. I know there was a change with the new World of Darkness, and it wasn't so warm to that, but this is, I love it. So, and I also stream painting minis on Twitch. So Zed and I ended up meeting on Twitch, and we ended up serving in the same unit right after each other, kind of thing. So
Yeah, it's a very weird situation.
very weird.
You don't run into people who you've served in the same unit with unless you actually served with them.
Right, because it's just so broad.
The military's so big that we served in Bravo Company. We're doxing. I'm going to dox if you don't mind.
Dox it, yeah.
Bravo
Yeah,
Company. The unit doesn't even exist anymore. It's Bravo Company.
Oh, doesn't it?
No, got decommissioned.
Man.
Shortly after I got out. Bravo Company 2-8 Infantry, 4th
Yep.
Infantry Division out of Fort Hood, Texas. No longer officially exists anymore.
Odds of that are pretty cosmic.
It was, and we met.
Yeah,
through
you
Twitch.
don't. Yeah, the army is so vast that the odds of meeting
It's
two
huge.
people that's been in the same battalion, whatever. Dude, we were like in the same company. It was like, God dang. Different platoons, but yeah, it's all good.
Yep.
So.
All right, so Session 0, for those who don't know, is for world building. Oh, heading for the Air Force myself. Congratulations. So
Congratulations.
I wish I could have gone into the Air Force.
our purpose
Air
is
conditioning.
to world build
Air Force.
and establish boundaries as players amongst each other and create the coterie, the mechanical coterie, and finish up any character creation that you might not have gone over. Like, I'm not sure if you guys really went over touchstones and things like that while you were creating your characters. We'll go over things like that. We'll go over some of the mechanics of Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, because they have changed from over the 30 years that Vampire the Masquerade has been a thing. This is a system from 2020. This is new. There's a lot of new rules in it. For some of us, it might be our first Vampire. For others, it's like me. I've been going since 2nd edition, nonstop through 20th, all the way up through this. So, and I want to.
I'm interested to see. Ooh, what's different? So, kind of coming at this with an empty cup.
Good.
It is different.
I'm happy that you're coming with an empty cup, because the lot is different. The mechanics, the core mechanics, rolling D10s is the same, and our D10s are going to look like. I'll show you, because they look kind of cool to me. A number of hunger dice and a number of regular dice. I just rolled way too many dice.
All the dice.
I just rolled all the
Roll them
dice.
all. Send in the hounds.
I rolled all the hunger dice by accident. Let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4.
Hungry vampires, hungry
There we
hippos.
go. So this is a dice pool of 8 with 3 hunger dice. That's a very good roll, by the way.
I was gonna say,
that is
Can you tone that down when you're using that against us, please? Awesome, thank you.
Maybe the dice won't hate my vampire players like it hates my werewolf players.
We'll see.
All right,
Dice know what they know.
So Lake Blackwater by Night is it's going to be a politically charged kind of gothic horror Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. It's not going to be I'm not envisioning a high octane, high action like our like my werewolf game. I'm thinking something more political, more social, more role play oriented. There will be time for combat and action, because I know Salvatore Ricci's itching for it. So that will.
No. I'm sure he will be, really good against a regular Joe mortal. Going up against, like a combat vampire, it's like he's gonna get his ass beat.
Meanwhile, the sniper build I had in mind.
So
anyway,
and at its heart, storytelling is collaborative. It's not just me writing dungeons for you guys to run through. It's the 4 of us telling a story together. So it's our story, but it's also the story of our people who are watching us. So I'm going to be soliciting things from the audience while we go along, see what they want. If there's anything interesting they want to add, and anything. We're not. Oh, I forgot to turn it off. We're not doing Spirit Helper for Vampire. So we're not, or the Rage. We're not doing increased rage. All right. So, Lake Blackwater. I just want to go over the setting of Lake Blackwater real quick for people who don't know, who are familiar with it. Lake Blackwater, hidden in the depths of the Adirondack Mountains, Lake Blackwater and its namesake city are shrouded in mystery, danger, and intrigue. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Angry.
I'm always angry. Always got to keep one in the pocket.
First thing you do, you immediately just crash somebody's car. Yep, there you go.
Sorry,
Anyway.
sorry, Zed. Go ahead.
No, you're good, man. Hidden in the depths of the Adirondack Mountains, Lake Blackwater and its namesake city are shrouded in mystery, danger, and intrigue. The lake's dark waters, tinted by organic decay and mineral-rich sediment, have long been the subject of ghost stories and local legends. Whispers tell of spectral figures walking the shores on moonless nights and strange lights flickering beneath the surface, as if something ancient stirs in its depths. Locals believe the lake is cursed, a belief reinforced by the uncanny number of drownings and disappearances that occur annually. The city of Blackwater sits in the southern shore, blending rustic charm and a foreboding undercurrent. Its cobblestone streets and turn-of-the-century architecture lend a nostalgic air. But the atmosphere is heavy with unspoken fears. Narrow alley twists between aging brownstones where the shadows seem unnaturally deep and stray sounds echo too loudly. Few walk alone at night, and even the boldest of the city's youth know better than to venture into the abandoned industrial sector after dark. Lake Blackwater is a tourist town. So, for those of you who are in the know, there's a town / community called Lake George in New York. It's much smaller than it is in the World of Darkness. It's only a community of 3,500 people. And that seems really low for what I expected there for Lake George to be. But really low, right? But that's the community. So I've expanded it to a city of 14,000. So it's Glens Falls mixed with Lake George, all combined into one.
Queensbury, Glens Falls, Lake George.
Exactly. Everything's kind of just been kind of converted to one, surrounded by giant forest, one highway that goes through, 3 exits for the whole area, but completely
3 exits?
What was that?
3 exits.
3
whole exits.
Yep, 3 whole exits.
Well, it's a tourist town. So.
Yep, it's a tourist town with a mostly the lake is the main tourist, plus the amusement park, the Getaway Lodge amusement park, and indoor water park. Can't call it the Great Escape.
Nope.
TM.
I hate how you're describing the town I live in. Not physically, but I mean it's very adjacent. You're giving me flashbacks, man. All I gotta do is walk outside and see all this.
This isn't the town we grew up in. This is a town we would vacation in, or you would or a town you would go visit from where I'm from. Like you'd go, we're going to Lake George,
and then never go to again. Yeah, no. I live in that same kind of town. It's a one stop drop.
Yep, it's on the way to something too. It's always on the way to something.
Yes.
It's an easy.
I'm not going to dox myself, but yeah, no. I get you.
It's an easy place for people to disappear in.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it an easy place to be a vampire. Lake Blackwater is not just a place of eerie legends; it's a hive of supernatural activity. The city's kindred population thrives beneath its surface, their presence hidden from all but the most observant mortals. Prince Victor Lestrade, a venture of impeccable taste and ironclad control, rules the city's vampire society from an opulent estate overlooking the lake. His reign is challenged, however, by Alaric Kane, a grotesque Nosferatu who dwells in the network of tunnels beneath the city, gathering secrets and manipulating events with uncanny precision. The Tremere, though few in number, wield influence far beyond their size. The enigmatic Juliette Darmond acts as their voice, using her knowledge of blood magic to navigate the treacherous waters of kindred politics. Meanwhile, the Thin Blood Collective, a loosely organized group of thin blood vampires, skirts the edges of society, their very existence a provocation to the city's elders. Human institutions are equally complicit in the city's dark affairs. Midnight Timberworks, the largest employer in the area, has ties to mortal and kindred factions alike, serving as a front for shadowy dealings. Its CEO, Jeremiah Clancy, is whispered to be more than he seems. His loyal staff unnervingly tight-lipped about the company's inner workings. That's correct. I've just announced a new CEO for Midnight Timberworks. One Jeremiah Clancy.
one that the previous one we won't talk about.
We won't talk
nothing
about
bad
the
happened to him.
previous one. Exactly.
Nothing bad happened to him. I swear.
Lake Blackwater's uneasy peace is further strained by its connection to the occult. Abandoned buildings in the city's outskirts are rumored to be sites of arcane rituals, and the old Revolutionary War fortress on the lake's central island is said to be haunted by both mortal and supernatural forces. Visitors report hearing disembodied whispers and glimpsing ghostly apparitions in its crumbling halls. In the world of darkness, Lake Blackwater is a city where every shadow hides a predator. Every whisper hints at betrayal, and the line between the living and the undead is dangerously blurred. It is a place where mortal lives are mere pawns in a larger blood-soaked game. All right. Now, does anyone have any questions about Lake Blackwater? Anything that pops up? Anything that you might want to add? And I'm going to pose this to chat. What's one rumor that could be floating around Lake Blackwater about the Kindred? And I'll take some. I'll see what you guys come up with. But what do you guys? Do you guys have any questions about Lake Blackwater? Anything you'd like to add? Anything you'd like to see in a city like this?
How big is the hospital?
It's got one regional hospital.
One regional. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. So there is room for possibly more clinics.
Can the Wolves participate? Maybe once we get established, we'll work something on a guest rotation. But let us get established first.
It's in upstate New York, so I'm guessing 50 caliber silver bullets are a little bit of a weird, a little bit of a weird ass.
They're a weird ass.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but it's a straight shot to the city where you can get anything. I mean, yeah.
Or to Canada where you can get nothing.
Yeah.
Either that, or you can just come in
get
from a
hassled
place
at the border.
Yeah, there you go.
What are you doing in Canada?
Oh, nothing. Absolutely, just a little bit of hunting, light hunting.
Gonna go up to the Peelin pub. Go to the what the hell is it? Can't even think of names now, and I used to live near there. The Bell Center. There you go. Gonna go up to the Bell Center. See Simple Plan, eh?
Hey. Gotta get some maple syrup for me.
I drink Molson, eh?
So, how long has the Prince been over Blackwater?
Yes. Sorry,
The Prince has been over Blackwater pretty much since Blackwater had a prince in the late 19th.
He's like, so he's the first and
only prince. Now,
late 90s, or are we talking Revolutionary era?
No, we're talking more like the turn of the century, 1900s.
Okay.
It's not like Blackwater's had a vampire presence its entire time, but since the early 1900s, around the turn of the century, in the 20s, around the Great Depression, is when Victor Lestrade kind of moved in, saw the potential of the area, and started worming his way in.
You can get everything for cheap then.
Exactly. Yeah, he pulled himself up by his bootstrap, and everything cost a quarter.
There's perks to getting here first.
Exactly.
So this is kind of a newer town, or is it older?
It was established
way older.
Well, it's a U.S. town. It was established in the 1800s.
1800s.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably a hotbed for supernatural activity other than just werewolves and kindred.
Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll try to keep that one in mind. I did have one other, but it just flew out of my brain.
And did it start as a resort, or was it like a trading post?
It was a trading post.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it started as a Revolutionary War fort, if you remember, for William McHenry.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last of the Mohegans.
Interesting.
Well, that's McHenry. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's totally not like there's wildlife there now, but we won't get into that.
There's reason why people don't go out to the old Revolutionary War fort.
I see you there, Pete. Put the C4 away. No, please, not yet. Please. Gosh. How many? Is there a big anarch movement around? I know there's a lot of thin bloods, but what about an actual established presence of anarch?
Not since the anarchs were expelled from the Camarilla.
So there was a fight.
There wasn't even. You wouldn't even call it much of a fight.
Oh, they just kind of shoo.
They just kind of shoo. We're not talking a huge kindred population. we're talking maybe a dozen, counting your characters.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
Yeah.
pretty much like the same rule as werewolves. It's very, very rare to see them.
It's
in the
very,
first
yes,
place.
very individual. Yep.
Okay.
So
Not like they're going to be everywhere in the world, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
no. So having mentored under Juliet, like when did she come to Blackwater?
She's been here since the 70s.
That's the 70s. Yeah,
Yes.
Mm,
When things were groovy.
man.
very groovy.
People going out to the
Too,
deep
right?
woods to grow that Chiba.
Yep.
She's also seen the start of the Princess Praxis as well, or whatever the rule. Interesting.
Oh, what was that
Okay.
again, Bishop? I'm sorry, I was reading a Pete.
Oh yeah. So she's seen the prince come in and claim Praxis and all that.
No. The Prince has been here since the 20s.
Oh, since the 20s.
Yes, since the 20s, 1920s, not the 2020s.
Sorry, I heard 90s. Let me just
Nope.
scratch.
Sorry, the
through that.
1920s is when the Prince, during the Great Depression, around that
okay,
time.
makes sense.
Juliet Armand, the current keeper of mysticism and head of the Tremere, arrived in the 1970s.
Okay.
When it was groovy.
When it was
Yeah,
groovy.
very, very groovy.
Waiting for the
Specific,
age
yeah.
of Aquarius.
I'll pretend to know what that is.
So will I.
So will I.
I'm not that-
I like that.
I'm not that old.
I'm gonna keep that one in my back pocket. I like that. Anything from any questions from you, retired?
No. I did not put down one of the things. Let's see. Where'd it go?
1750.
I put down my sire, but I picked a name out of the hat. So if you have something that works better, or for your
Well, tell me what you had in mind for your
Storyteller.
sire.
He's kind of a collector of broken things. It's kind of like it. How do I put it? Like people that with a darkness, but a really kind of the dichotomy between having a good heart and this, and a little bit of a sadist to kind of watch that pretty person turn all of a sudden fugly and see if they come through it with a good heart or if they turn into the beast monster, thing. So there's a little bit of sadism there.
Because we can make room for another Nosferatu in the city, if you like.
Yeah.
I mean, the major Nosferatu that I've built into it is Alaric Kane. I can read a little bit about him. He's kind of cool. He's the major. What's the word I'm looking for? Not antagonist. He's not the antagonist.
He's the opposition to the.
He's the loyal opposition to the prince.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely not going out of his way to piss him off on purpose, because he can't. He can't,
Because you can't.
because he just can't. The prince is powerful.
Because the prince is still the prince.
The prince is still the prince, exactly. So Alaric
There's
lurks.
a reason he's royalty, baby.
He lurks beneath the surface of Lake Blackwater in a network of tunnels that connect to abandoned mines. His grotesque visage is hidden from mortal eyes, but his influence stretches far through his mastery of surveillance and information. Alaric acts as Lestrade's spy master, though his loyalty stems from more pragmatism than allegiance. So there's room for more Nosferatu. There's a whole warren of tunnels that lead to old abandoned mine shafts that you can.
I figured there would be an Undercity.
Yeah, if that's your deal, you don't have to be an Undercity Nosferatu, but it's there if you want to be.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yes. Yeah.
So he's there watching out to see if the prince slips up. He's watching for cracks in the facade.
Waiting for a good opportunity.
Yeah, I think at the beginning, I don't see Salvatore wanting to get involved with any of that stuff at all, because that's like way over his head. But he's going to get pulled in, just like the rest of us. So,
Speaking of sires, I did not write a name down or anything for mine because I would like Ryan to be hunting them.
Okay.
It came to Lake Blackwater to be like, hey, I heard this person, this one of interest, was in the area, and either A, I want some answers, or I've got a really big shotgun here. Other than that, I don't know if I want him to know the clan, but given his history as a hunter, maybe it was like it obviously happened out in the wilderness, but I kind of want him to know that it's Gangrel at least.
Okay,
Like, okay, yeah, this happened in the wilderness. I thought it was a, like, I don't know, a really big bear or a cougar or something, and suddenly I saw billions of stars and pretty colors 3 days later. My heart barely beats, kind of thing.
I dig
The
it.
sun is burning.
And I'm on fire.
Jesus Christ!
Say the word immediately to burn into flames.
I dig it. I can work. I'll work on something like that. I'll work on a sire for you. And actually, I've got one. I've got one already.
Oh,
Man, you're
okay.
good.
All right, I've got one. There's a scenario I've already kind of written in, and I think I can definitely work your character right into it.
Good. I'm terrified now. Okay. That's scary. The storyteller already has a plan. Let me write that in big and circle it. Okay, sweet.
All right. Good. I love it when a plan comes together.
It's all coming together.
Well, my goal is we're running a different type of game. Like I said, we're a different type of game. More social, more narrative. Well, werewolves very narrative. Don't get me wrong, but we're going for gothic horror, not splatterpunk.
Not being angry, kill everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Though I'm loving my werewolf game. Don't get me wrong. I just think both styles are going to rock, and they're both going to be highlighted differently on Twitch in different ways.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
It'll be interesting to see almost which one does. That's another reason why I'm interested in making sure we're doing stream together. So we pull everyone's audience. I want to see how the different audiences come together for the different genres.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So the tone I want to do. I want to discuss. Spend a couple minutes talking about the tone. I've talked about gritty political intrigue with gothic horror, and something character focused. I want to tell character arcs for your story, for your characters. I want to see growth. I don't want them to be the same person they are. So what I want you to do is I'm going to start with keywork. Just tell me a little bit about your character, who they are, just some foibles about them, some stuff you can come up with off the top of your head that it'll inform your role play going forward. I just want you to put a little bit of thought into it and give me what you got.
All right. Dante's been in town, Blackwater, for a little while now. He's the people of Blackwater don't know that he actually lives just outside of town, but he is the insurance adjuster for the people of Blackwater. So he's got a little bit of a rep. There are definitely some families hurting because of the decisions that he's had to put out there to fill his own pockets, and kind of topical a little bit, but
a little bit. It's considering certain events, recent events. Anyway. Carrying swiftly onwards.
But in my investigations, in my job, it's given me a lot of insight and a lot of information about a lot of people in town. So I have extensive files. I do have a haven just outside of town that you would have to know it's there to find it, not to mention the security features of that very remote location. But Dante's definitely about for himself. The only two people that he gives any consideration to would be his mother and his brother. And those form his touchstones. So Dante is a farmer. He does hunt the local wildlife because there is abundance. Because with his reputation in town, if he were associated even remotely with a victim, his name would come up. And so it's important that he distances himself from that aspect of vampirism and the place that he keeps. So. But definitely a lot of research time goes into his blood magics, and that's all for him. That's setting up what he's about, and that is dominance over other people. But
he sounds like a right bastard, and I love it.
Well,
I was about to say. This is going to be interesting. We may not get along. This is going to be cool. Character-wise, I'm sorry. Let me specify that one.
That's why it's called role playing, man.
Yeah. There you go.
Well,
Acting.
I asked him to make a monster. He made a monster. All right. Levin Bravo, you're up.
Salvatore is not local, or not originally. He's moved here, following the recommendations of other Nosferatu, his sire / mentor, stuff like that. He definitely wears the beast on the outside, because boy, it's fugly. Leaning hard into the Max Shrek, Count Orlok, Nosferatu kind of just the whole deformed, long limbs that are just a little too long, fingers that are too long, and just very bizarre looking, and that's all on the outside. Inside, he has a soft spot for women and children and people who are abused and people have been hurt and all that kind of stuff. So he's got kind of a dark vigilante vibe where his thing is going after people that hurt. Oh, you're beating your kid? I'll be waiting for you. You might have an accident.
Real soon.
And accidents happen, and that's part of his MO. If the feeding doesn't go too well, people fall, get drowned, lots of things happen. Not that big of a deal. But he's not as adept as he could be, so he still has moments of, crap. But he's got kind of a anachronistic form of speech. He definitely doesn't speak like the modern hip type people, and he's got kind of a distinctive voice.
For real, on God.
But he's cross-disciplining with some other stuff, so he's definitely the skulker. He is the spy. If he's good at anything, he's the ghost. And so yeah, he's an ambush hunter. He's not going to get in a straight-up fight with anybody. As far as the city goes, he just doesn't know enough about any of it at this point. Just doesn't know enough to weigh in on one side or the other, and just like, he's surviving at this point. Pretty much it.
Excellent. All right, Bishop, you tell us about yourself while I recover.
Well, me personally, no, I'm kidding. So Ryan Gallagher is, as I said before, or as mentioned before, thin blood. So he's very recent. He was just recently turned. Lived a pretty privileged life beforehand. Not really from parents or inherited wealth, but found a lot of opportunity and was able to make it. Pretty much built himself up from the ground up and then got turned and is very reluctant and hateful about it. He does not like what he is. Absolutely. If anything, he says he's more, I don't want to. Why do I have this voice in my head? Why? Everything was going right. Why? Now I need answers. Now I need to find who did this to me, and I need something here. Help me out, kind of thing. But not very. How do I put it? He's new to everything about this. So he has a very specific MO beforehand, which is very decisive, very distinct, very, okay, it's either my way or the highway. Either that or I can get somebody to do that for me. That kind of thing.
Oh, my character's going to love getting to Because there's a lot of similarities there.
Yes, yeah, and I noticed that as well. But he's also quite tempted by it because he absolutely did not know that this whole crazy world suddenly werewolves exist, vampires are here. What do you mean the dead can talk? Kind of thing. What do you mean I can throw mercury and blood into something and it makes somebody's head pop somewhere a mile away? Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually.
That's
very
cool.
tempted, but he hates how much it is because he knows it's hurting. It's hurting things, and his whole MO ever since it happened wasn't okay. I realize I've had a pretty good life. Apparently karma just hit me with a big hey, hold up there, bud.
That's kind of cool because
Yeah.
my guy is more resigned and it's just, well, it is what it is. He doesn't have the fight against it thing, but
He's got the
he's
fire.
been this for a while.
Yeah.
Your guy's like, could fight it? Oh, give up. There's no chance. It is
No
what
chance.
it is.
Hey, you either burn bright or you burn out. That's kind of his mentality.
You're still trying to maintain your humanity, which is definitely aligned. You don't want to hurt anybody, at least not good people, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, accidents happen, and some people, money does not buy. Anyway, even if you can make Jeff Bezos a little weak at the knees.
And then we got Dante here.
All right. Which is exactly brings me to my next point. Now that we've discussed our characters and we see these differences between them, now as players, for the cohesiveness of the game and collaborative storytelling, we've got to come up with a reason of why we're a coterie and how it works. So we're not just at each other's throats
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
So we got to find a way collaboratively to make it work.
I was kind of thinking something over. Maybe at one point in time during Ryan's attack, he actually left with, I don't know, hair or some piece of the attacker, maybe some relic or something that a witch could track down. And definitely hook that in. But again, he is tempted by the beast because he's suddenly so much stronger. He has all of these abilities, even though everybody's going to hate him for existing. So that'll be interesting to see. That could be a point there. Kind of like, hey, maybe you shouldn't just, you're not normal anymore. Just stop trying.
Yeah. I could definitely see Dante being kind of the brains of the outfit along with Ryan, but not trusting Dante because
absolutely
frickin' Tremere, he got
absolutely
his own, you'd never trust a Tremere.
Well, it could be a matter of mutual convenience. I mean, I'm established in the area. I have a laboratory. A library, and Ryan's pursuits into his blood magic ties in well with mine.
Very well, scarily well.
I'm not implying that I'm
well.
looking to use anybody as a resource, but I'm not above seeing the benefit of helping others for my own eventual, benefit where necessary.
Trade boons.
Right, exactly.
Sure,
I recognize that I can't do
you.
everything here. That, another pair of legs or eyes or claws, can benefit me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Salvatore is definitely the extra set of eyes, the sneaky. I can get information and get places that Dante probably can't get to. However, I am not going to have anywhere near the social graces to interact with people on a higher level. It's just, nope, we're not.
So we've got the face, the money, the research and development, and the info gatherer all the way over there. This is looking good.
Ryan has a fire that would be very impressive.
It'd be hard to kind of point him out as a vampire because it's like, okay, he's not dead inside.
He's still very much alive, and that's impressive.
Yeah.
So that lividity is a good mask.
Yes, yes. Among other things, which you'll see. I don't know if, I think you guys have access to the character sheet. But in any case,
I haven't looked.
Oh, you might want to keep it a surprise. I haven't looked at anybody else's yet because surprises are cool.
Well, I was going to ask.
From a storyteller. No, I'm kidding.
Can you walk in daylight?
Possibly. Possibly. Yes. Yeah, you can.
So, of
Yeah,
course
you
you can.
You can also do a lot of other things.
All right, so
But there's a lot of drawbacks. Anyway.
Okay, so there's a type of coterie. There's a couple different types of coteries, but one of them is called the Day Watch. Day Watch coteries elevate thin bloods from being poor and expendable to being well paid and expendable. Being a thin blood with a day drinker merit seems like a hard requirement to be a part of this pack, but storyteller and the player flexibility help make this concept happen. With vampires moving around by day, the masquerade becomes flammable as an elder. Day Watch coteries preserving an incognito over. You get what I'm saying. It's an idea that you can have it as a coterie. You can have someone watching over you by day.
Heck yeah, especially if someone's just a shooter.
Mm-hmm. Who happens to be a big game hunter and is kind of rich and has access to security systems. I was thinking
that guy is so not rich. He's just he's the opposite of rich.
Yeah.
Dude lives in the fucking
Destitute.
sewers. He's fucking broke.
Well, I mean, I've got resources too, and I mean, as far as I don't know if we need a day watch unless we're like somewhere out because my
Right.
haven is well located.
Yeah,
you got a
and-
haven.
And that might come later on down the line because hey, if we don't cover our tracks too well and somebody starts to notice, that'll
Yep.
yeah, we might need to start watching our backs on that.
You should ask
But
Pete what he thinks about bringing people to his cabin.
oh yeah, the one over at longitude,
Exactly.
latitude, longitude. Yeah, that
Dante's neighbor.
one. Get doxed.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that. Boop.
Yeah. Anyway, definitely don't go to the fort either. Swear. Anyway, yeah, maybe not like a day watch kind of thing, but I have the feeling that everybody here needs something from somebody else already. Whether it be resources or an extra set of hands or somebody who's smarter than they are.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my
either
guy's
that
not
or
stupid. He's just average.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you have 4 or 5 intelligence, you can research a lot, or you are book smart. But yeah, no, I feel it's one of those mutual packs kind of things. Mine's for you, mine's for you, mine's for you. Shot Dragon Breath today, actually. That stuff's cool.
Is Ryan super smart? Is he a
Average as well. He's average.
Okay.
His
Dante's
again
pretty
the
smart?
Yeah, Dante is smart. Smart,
Okay,
smart.
cool.
I kind of figured. Yeah.
I figured Dante.
Tremere
would
got to be smart. Which actually reminds me, I gotta redo a couple of my attributes. I should be way more manipulation and charisma than that. Actually, I'll get on that though. Yeah. So it's I kind of see a circle of boons here. Like, okay, hey, you do this for me, scratch my back, I scratch your back. And if we do it long enough, maybe we can be friends instead of just using each other.
Yep. I could definitely feed intel.
And again, resources.
Beneficial. Yeah.
Besides, Ryan or Dante might have access to a type of blood or a type of resource that the alchemist might need or the alchemist has and he might need. So.
All right, let me ask you a quick question. How was the coterie founded? How did you guys come together? Were you assigned together by an elder, or did you come together organically? How did that come about?
I did actually kind of want to ask that because Ryan wouldn't be local either. He wouldn't have been living in the area. He just recently came to Blackwater.
Right. So how recently to Blackwater? How recent is recent?
Doesn't have a haven, doesn't have a home, probably just got there. That kind of thing.
The bags have not been unpacked yet.
So maybe
Yeah.
it's more
Stumble into town together?
So maybe what?
Did they stumble into town together? I mean,
Oh, that's right.
Maybe.
so yeah, how did Ryan come to town?
I'd say he just drove there. He just showed up one day because he got pointed in this direction and is now looking for his sire. Because that right now would beginning of the story definitely would be his goal. Because he's brand new to all this. Absolutely, almost no idea, but got shown alchemy from his blood or from the voices in the back of his head. Like, okay, that's how you do that. That's weird. That's awesome.
You got voices in the back of your head. Oh, that's not necessarily good.
I mean, we all have the beast in the back of our head. So that is a thing. But yeah, no, I would say he's brand new. Like not Just rolled into town kind of thing. Again, bags are not unpacked.
I'd say that Salvatore's probably been here in the months range, and probably had to arrange passage to get here, through the clan and and all that, so we could get here. And part of that is, services available. Probably ran into Dante at some point, and uh, you know, Nosferatu is who you go to if you want intel on something and you trade this for that. That's fine. And he knows that game. So you want some information? Well, I need access to your library. I'm looking for this book. Cool.
So I came across Salvatore, offered him a hole in my basement to sleep in, and maybe Ryan was out hunting somewhere near my cabin and I sniffed him out. Maybe I was out hunting at the same time.
Either that or maybe the last kindred he talked to is like, hey, I know a witch on the East Coast that is, or wizard on the East Coast that could be you. And maybe he could be looking for you for the clue. Like, hey, I've got this thing. Tell me about it. Name your price. Tell me about it. I need to know.
I could have found him and led you to. It says, "Oh, you're looking for this." It says, "Well, there's a couple ways this could be, but I know a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy. You. Yeah, I kind of like that. He just
don't want you to get lost in the woods. Yeah,
maybe.
Try to keep
we all found each other in the woods.
So,
I was hunting and he found me.
So what we're saying is Dante is the guy that people know when they say they know a guy.
Mm-hmm. He's the guy.
Well, I did study under Juliet. I mean, she sired me and led me for many years, so I could see how that could get out.
Yeah. So you're the go-to guy.
Yeah.
I like
I'm going to stay away from him, obviously, but we'll
I
work
need
with him in behind. No, in the background, I'll talk with him, but I'm not going to hang out next to him. We're going to go to Elysium. I'm not buddy with anybody. I'm back here and I'm observing.
I'm drinking wine with the people I know. Yes.
You could go be cool. I'm going to creep over here in the corner somewhere.
All right.
Nosferatu.
No obvious connections to anybody.
He says that like we want him at our table next.
He says that like we want him.
You bring it down the vibe, Salvatore. Why don't you go chill in the shadows for a little bit there? Nobody can see you, man.
All right, so
come on, where's the bag, man? No,
go gather intel.
Now that we've brought everyone together into coterie and kind of why they're there, what I want to get back to one more individual thing: ambition. What is your short-term goal that your character wants to achieve in his life? Beyond because we don't know what's going on narratively yet whatsoever. But coming up to this point, what does your character want to achieve in life?
Who wants to go first for that one? I gotta decipher mine a little bit. I wrote like 5 things down, and a couple of them are circled and crossed out.
Salvatore is very much kind of resigned to the fact that he is what he is. And as such, he wants to keep his humanity. Long term, he wants to stay. He doesn't want to be like some of these other monsters he's seen, because he's seen monsters. I'm thinking he came out of Manhattan, and it's just like, no. So we're going to go on the DL here to the country somewhere, and it'll be fine. And oh, crap, it's just as bad here. But yeah, he knows that he is what he is, and he's like, fine, I'll deal with that, but I want to try and maintain my humanity and survive. That's it. Nothing else matters.
All right, maintain your humanity and survive. That's a good goal. That's actually the goal I have in life. So
I think that's the goal everybody has. Hopefully, please, please, Chad, please.
All right, Dante Crow.
All right, so Dante has become very comfortable where he's at in Lake Blackwater, and probably a little too comfortable. So I think right now Dante is thinking that he's kind of done what he can do here, and the reputation that he's gained amongst the town folk is kind of holding him back. from doing anything else. Like he can't get into real estate, right? Because he's too well known. So I think Dante trying to survive first of all, but to go to a bigger market, let's call it. Dante's looking to move to a different area. Yeah, putting in the paperwork with the clan and looking for a transfer, but kind of just finalizing things here and just kind of like that 1 foot out the door. Yeah, just wrapping.
It's kind of a great thing that the clan pretty much collapsed when the Prime Chantry was destroyed, and you really don't need permission anymore. You can kind of do what you want.
Well,
so the only thing holding you back is your own baggage.
Settling my affairs.
Settling your affairs. All right. So you're a man on the way out.
Okay.
All right, that makes sense. So
I think Ryan's. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. So you're a man on the way out, looking to move, just settling your affairs. All right, Salvatore Ricci is a man trying to survive and maintain his humanity. And then we got Ryan Gallagher. What's his ambition?
Out of sight, out of mind. Everything was going pretty well for him in the beginning. Again, he got super, super rich, divested his company. Everything was going good. Again, makes Jeff Bezos a little weak in the knees. Kind of like, okay, it's all coming up. It's all coming up, Gallagher. All Gallagher Industries, by the way. What do we do from here? What do we do from here? And then suddenly dead. So he very much so got a reality check with that. And in the grand scheme of things, he realized he probably wasn't nearly as quiet as he wanted it to be. Came from smaller town USA, like the town of Blackwater, very, very small, and wants to not really go back to a place like that, but go back to quiet, where nobody bothered him. He wasn't in this whole mess of the world of darkness. He's not having to worry about having a stake driven through his heart or a bullet through his head. So he very much so out of sight, out of mind, but I still want to be able to have some agency kind of thing.
Okay.
Because at this point, if this is all it's going to be, then I'm going to be a ghost kind of thing.
All right, so we have someone who wants to survive and not lose humanity, someone who wants to survive and be able to move away, and someone who wants to survive and remain hidden.
Yes.
I see.
Or at least, yeah.
Maintain.
We all want to live.
Yep. You want to live.
Yeah. We all want to live, man. We all want to live.
Exactly. You all have that. That's your common denominator right there. You're vampires and you want to live to meet your goal. It works for me. All right. So that's one of the themes of this game is ambition. Your ambition's obviously going to change. Now, I'm interested in what you guys chose for your convictions on your character sheets. If we want, we can go over convictions real quick if you don't remember what you picked or you're feeling fuzzy about them.
The one that I wrote down, and I think I got to rework it a little bit from the wording, or else even I'll forget.
Because you need like roughly three convictions.
It said 1 to 3.
Yeah,
so I did.
You generally one is the bare minimum. You kind of want, so for more depth, you want more.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah, I need to know. How to do this. I put TBD on touchstones and convictions because I didn't know what to put.
Yep, no problem. We can go over that just 1 second. I'll just open my book. Convictions.
So Dante's convictions are he's against violence against children, and he never does drugs. And the two influences would be his mother for the first one and his brother for the second one.
Those are good touchstones. I like those. So your convictions are never harm women and or children. And what was the second one? Don't do drugs.
Issues with drug use. Yeah,
drug use. So he's kind of a square.
Actually.
All right. So your convictions are your beliefs, like your "thou shalt not kills," your "kills only the unworthy, the unbelievers," or belief slavery is evil, obey authority. So my country is right. My country, right or wrong? That kind of shit. It's not shit. It's important stuff. Yeah, but it's what drives your character.
So the convention, one of the convictions I got down for Ryan, at least I've got 3 convictions here. I need to work on the touchstones though, because I forgot you need one for one on those. Kind of work towards your goal no matter what. In other words, the means justify the ends.
Okay.
So if you got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet, and sometimes things happen. The other one would be if somebody is doing far more harm than good, being guilty all the way, they got to pay in some way, shape, or form. They got to go down.
Okay.
Got to crack a few eggs again. So they kind of go a little hand in hand. Last one I was workshopping, so that one I'll continue to do that. But yeah, no. Those are the 2 I got down right now.
Those are pretty cool.
Guy of conviction, decisive. Not really knows what to do, but is always working in a direction. Maybe kind of adjacent to Hoglosk and Werewolf.
This is how you keep from losing humanity, is by living up to your convictions.
Right.
So this is how you keep your maintain your humanity, is by living up to the convictions that you have. Though if you break them, you can lose humanity and eventually lose your character.
Lose your character, yeah, because then you're a slave to the beast.
Because
I got humanity to spare.
Well, we're also going to go over chronicle tenets as well, which are other like humanity type things as well. So Jeff, those are on page 172 of the book. If you're looking for convictions, yep.
Yeah. Bit of load. Come on, baby.
I cast extremely slow internet.
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
Oh, that meme.
If there's girl there's, I want to do them.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to open.
I cast. Fuck you. You don't get to know what I cast until it hits you in the face. Let's see.
172. Come on.
Thou shalt not torture.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. I should probably... that would actually go well with... I gotta workshop a couple of those a little more, because I do want to add more depth to him and not just be, hey, it's my way or the highway, because he's always been that way anyway.
All right, so we're going to be working on chronicle tenets here and convictions for Jeff. But chronicle tenets are basically convictions that we agree on as a party. Like they have some examples here, like the humanist: thou shalt not kill, save in self-defense; thou shalt not rape or torture; thou shalt not harm the innocent. That's like a humanist chronicle. Seems pretty reasonable to me. But we're also playing monsters, so
yeah.
Creed of justice is never kill the innocent, be your own, never submit. Without a cause, you are nothing. A gothic romantic game is going to be like never deny true love. The guilty should suffer. Uphold the norms of decent society. Or a street code: never snitch, respect others, demand respect, don't kill outsiders. So I don't know.
I like from all of those categories. There's some that are good from all of those.
I do. Yeah. No, I have to agree.
Right.
There's good parallels in all of those, but I'm kind of partial to the street code one. I like that. Obviously, I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. When it comes to anything like any grape, no.
I'm down.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Right?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, when it comes to anything that's like rape or anything like that, it is like
That's
rapists die.
Yeah. I'm not storytelling. I'm not storytelling any of that, so don't worry. It's not coming up in my game.
Yeah, okay,
I don't do sexual violence because it makes me uncomfortable.
Nope, no good.
Nope, for some reason, my camera is bugged.
Your camera did bug out. Let me try to reset it.
I was about to say, you're looking awfully still there.
Yeah, practicing my statue
Very,
routine.
very focused.
Yeah, very, very good, yeah. Wait, he's doing all few
turned off.
There you go. He turned into Nosferatu. Oh no. But yeah, no, I'm more partial to.
Might be local.
I was kidding when I said I cast extremely slow internet. Please, no, that was not a serious thing.
Let me know when it comes back up on your end. Okay, I'll put you back up. All right. So we were going to actually, that was one of the next sections we were going to get into. Once we're done with our convictions, we're going to go over what stuff that we don't want to see in game, and we're going to go over that in more detail so I know where the line is. I think I have a good idea now, but we're going to go into it more depth after we go into Chronicle Tenets. So which ones did you like from the sections?
If I could read the god dang book, I'd be doing good.
From the section that I like, the street code really speaks to me. All of those,
There we
pretty
go.
much those I like. Like I can agree with all of them. Glitched out. But again, thou shalt not kill or rape, or sorry, rape or torture. That's there is a lot of things in life that
Yeah, we don't need to reproduce.
Yeah, we don't need to reproduce that.
But there's enough.
The world of darkness is darkness, but the real world, it's a game.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that seems like a pretty easy one.
Yeah, I mean yeah.
I mean, again, we are monsters, but
Yeah, there's some people in some TTRPGs, however.
All right, so your camera
All right, cool.
Your camera is borked.
yeah, my camera is borked, and apparently so is my mouse. I think my USB might be having an issue. Boy.
Yeah, thou shalt not kill is not really going to work, but kill only the unworthy unbelievers. Self-defense, the unworthy, sure. Unbelievers, who care? I don't care about believers or anything.
I was about to say, I think all of us, I kind of got the vibe. It's like, you're a vampire. If you believe, it's going to be a little odd anyway.
Never kill
they happen.
Never kill the innocent.
Never kill the innocent.
All right, so never kill the innocent.
Yeah. I would say that my character, again, you can't get an omelet without cracking a few eggs. He doesn't want to. Will absolutely avoid it in all shapes and forms. But shit happens.
And then when the shit happens, that's when you have the consequence of possibly losing humanity. I think
I like that.
That's
that.
kind of how that works. So it's a tenet. At that point, it's a tenet.
I like that.
I don't want to do it, but if I got to, I'm taking a risk.
It's like, I can't have you talking after you just saw, the entire lab of blood. How much to pay? No, okay, you can't.
I think I think that Salvatore still has old world ideals, which may be considered sexist. So protecting women, children is very old school, but it can expand beyond that. It's protecting the innocent and punishing the guilty.
Right,
very important.
The impulse is not old fashioned; it's the application.
It's the application, yeah, and that's going to be a learning curve for him.
Right,
remembering to kind of, yeah,
maybe we should tone down on that bit of it, but yeah, I would say that I could vibe with that too. The only problem is that some people who are very guilty, because Ryan can be a little guilty sometimes. He's a CEO of a company. I mean, he is a little guilty of something.
Right, but he's also not a mind reader.
That too. Yeah, that too.
Secrets you got to keep. See.
Secrets
the secrets that you keep.
Oh, none may control me. I like that.
All right.
That's a pretty good one. Freedom for being free. Because at this point we all want to survive, but I kind of read between the lines here that everybody wants to have their own agency in something.
Yeah.
And that's a good one. Don't submit to something.
All right. You still with us, Keywork?
Yeah, I'm still here. My mouse works, but now my camera still doesn't. So.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So we're going to get to reaching the touchstones real quick. So you guys had some questions about that. But you got yours, your mother and your brother. Your touchstone is surviving human spouse, lover, or parent. People who don't know you're a vampire, who aren't part of the world of darkness. They're kind of your touchstones to humanity. So
Kind
someone
of
you
bring a
admired.
ground it down.
So someone who's still in your life, someone you admired in life.
Okay. One of mine is I've got that down for an old long lost friend. Used to actually live in the area because Ryan used to live on the East Coast. I won't say where. Secrets for secrets. But used to live on the East Coast. Made a fortune. Came back. Happens to be in Blackwater. So that would be that. I think I've got one down for that. Long lost friend, and another more recent one that actually taught him how to keep all of his money. And yeah, one of those where it's like, okay, hey, I'm gonna teach you this, but hey, good friend, it might be good to share this knowledge with you because the world can be a long and dark place. Which would be the corresponding they both go order that I listed, first to first.
Okay. All right. So remember, you also
Do
want
have
it to
those
be.
names.
You want more than one because you want to also be someone you can spend some time with.
Right.
So
Oh my god. I don't think I think my first thought is countering the protecting the innocent. I think he sees, lost wife and kid, was a
Mhm.
parent, was a spouse, and he was changed and he couldn't see them and he couldn't protect them, and now they're all dead. And so now he goes out of his way to, he sees himself in these roles and these people that are bad. That's one of the reasons why he goes after that.
So you got to find
So
some kind of surrogate for that, someone that
yeah,
represents that ideal that you're missing as your
mothers.
touchstone. Yep.
Yeah. So they got one here that where I scrolled. Oops. Move. Someone who represents something you once held dear in life and still cling to. So caretaker, single mom living in a home, whatever. But I can't interact with them, not directly. But I can be on the fringes and keep an eye out for them.
You can leave
Okay.
little packets of money.
Yep, exactly. I could do that.
Laundry,
Hey, the tax return was way more this year.
laundry detergent.
Yep.
Yep. Groceries. That's a nice thing a vampire can do. Leave groceries for somebody. Even if they're stolen, it doesn't matter.
Or give him a really good job.
All right, we've been over ambition. I want to go over which predator types you chose. I know we'll start with Dante. We can't see him. He's still there, folks.
Yeah, I'm still here.
He cast obfuscate.
Have you tried unplugging
Not cast.
it? Have you tried unplugging the camera and plugging it back in?
Yes, I've actually tried several different USB ports.
Oh,
I don't know. It might be
damn.
the camera.
Oh, dang.
Classic IT. Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Well, you'd be losing me for a little bit to do that, but
Yep.
ITs.
All right. So, what's your predator type there, Keyword?
I am a farmer.
Nice.
Farmer Dan.
So you don't actually kill humans.
Not unless I really, really want to.
I was about to say not yet.
He's not all bad, folks. He's just an insurance adjuster.
Okay.
It's easy.
Do my mouse or my keyboard might not. Yep. How is my keyboard not working? Jesus.
Sounds like you had a short. Sounds like you might need a reset.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep the lights on for you, man.
All right. I'll be right back.
No problem. All right. Retired 11B. What would you choose for a predator type?
Alley cat.
Oh, so you run up on people.
Yep.
Oh, straight up. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's like I will be lurking in that dark alley, waiting, and I'll spend the time to analyze your pattern, and then one of these times I'll just be sitting there waiting for you.
All right, because
I like that.
I view Vampire as a role-playing game / hunting simulator.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's accurate.
I've always liked coming up with even the more nebulous the system, the hunting system used to be, the better. Like in a LARP, I used to have it all. I had this whole setup with beads, and you pulled out a certain number of beads, and if the color beads were red, you got blood. If they weren't, you got another color. It was just lots of different stuff. Why is my phone going off? It's fucking 10:17. Who dares? Oh, Meta Horizon.
East Coast as well. Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm an East Coaster.
Yeah.
All right, so you're an
I
alley
took
cat.
a priest as another touchstone.
A priest. Okay, very good.
He's
I like it.
he seems to be an actual good guy who's doing the good work to actually help people. Kind of like Daredevil has his priest buddy that talks to him.
I was going in the exact same direction.
Yeah,
I was going in.
I love how we all thought of that at the same time. That's great.
I have a
We're all
name for him.
nerds.
If you give me one
excellent.
second. Because I just created a priest. So let me do this for you. Where'd it go?
Oh, speaking of the names for my touchstone were Kyle Bannister and Elise. I don't have a last name for Elise.
Father Benjamin Harper. You can write that on your relationship map, which we're gonna do as soon as we get key work back. And you're a what is your hunt? You don't have a hunting archetype, do you? A predator type. Then
Me?
TBs don't. Get
Oh
one.
yeah, no, we don't get one.
You don't get one. You don't need one technically.
So, I was gonna say technically, I already need a shit ton of blood, so we'll see how that happens. He's back.
He's back.
I'm back.
All right, let's try your camera.
Give me a sec.
Boobity boop.
Okay, no audio.
Oh, do you have to do the link again?
There it goes.
Oh no!
I saw his eyes.
Oh, it's moving.
There we go.
Hey,
You were in the exact same position you were in when you froze.
I was gonna say it was almost the same, but it's like, oh no, it didn't fix anything.
All right, there we go.
I tend to sit very comfortably in that position.
Crystal
so
clear. All
Hey,
right,
that's fair.
so we've gone over predator types. We've gone over convictions. We're still working on chronicle tenets. We need to finish those up because those are important. Those are the last three portions. That you have your convictions, and the chronicle tenets are the ones that we live up to in the chronicle.
Yeah, I know.
So I'll go over them again. I know we said we like the street code, but is it the whole street code? We'll uphold never snitch.
Well, I do like that personally. I don't know about you guys. How do you feel about
I
that?
kind of like a piece of all of them. Like, thou shalt not rape or torture.
Yep.
Or at least not rape.
Obviously, yeah. That's one we can all agree on.
I like the never deny true love because I know my guy is so fugly that he is just nobody will look at him like that. So he's just kind of the guilty
never
should suffer.
never turned anybody down.
Never turned anybody down. How
No,
many
please,
did you get?
I'm desperate.
None. Yeah.
The guilty
How many did you
should
get in the
suffer.
first place? Yes.
I like
That
the
one I
street
do.
code one,
What is-
especially
and
never
Don't
snitch.
kill. Yeah,
Yes.
don't
Never
snitch.
snitch.
Never snitch.
Ain't no snitches here. We don't work at McDonald's. I mean, what?
When we say don't kill outsiders, by outsiders we mean people who are just mundanes out in the world,
right.
aren't involved with anything. Don't kill outsiders. Well,
I mean,
yeah, because my predilection is for bad people. One of the other touchstones I was going to have is like a bail bondsman.
Okay.
So I know people who are on the list, so I can
Well, that would be an ally.
I can have a list.
That would be an ally.
An ally?
That would be someone who gave or a contact. Someone who gave you information would be an advantage, not a touchstone.
Okay.
Yep. So that's something to consider in the future.
I can definitely be lurking on a guy like that, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, exactly.
I can see he comes in and out.
Oh yeah, so that's the password to his computer.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, don't. No rape or torture. No.
Now rape torture.
Now, viewers, what do you want to see? If there's anyone out there, I'm going to give them a few minutes. I'm not even sure who's watching anymore. I know Pete went on lurk, but it's out there. This game will be run every Monday night, so make sure you hit the follow button if you want to see us. All right, but if there's anything you want to see out there, viewers, we're starting the game. We're keeping you in mind. Hold on, my phone is ringing. 1 second, guys. Hello?
Sounded like he had one of the old-fashioned phones too. I like this.
Yeah,
I like
going with
that.
the old ring.
Playing Vampire and got literally the spin phones, the little
Rotary dial.
rotary dial.
Took
Yes.
forever to dial if you had lots of 8s or 9s in your number.
Oh,
And then if you lose track of where you are in the middle or missed out, it's like, oh
Oh,
crap, start over.
I'm
My
old enough
dad
that I've
actually has one of
experienced
those.
that.
My dad actually has a working modern one of those somehow. I don't know how he modernized it, but the dude's insane.
Okay.
Well, not actually insane, but awesome. Anyway,
All right, I'm back. So I see nothing came out of chat, so that's fine with me. All right, so coterie creation we've gone over a little bit. Let's work on the relationship map. All right, I don't provide one, so you guys can write one out however you want. If you know how to do a relationship map, just write each character's name on the map, or you can do this, in your head, however you want to do it. Just keep it somewhere that you can refer to. And just your initial thoughts on how your character views the other characters. And you're going to add your other stuff like Father Benjamin as your touchstone. You're going to add your touchstones to it. And you're going to have what you feel about your touchstones, so on and so forth. So just take a few moments to take care of that, which I should have done before I got the phone call. All right.
actually, ironically, I've already been doing that kind of. So all I need to do is this. Guess it's less a rectangle and more pentagon.
And I want you to think, are you guys as a coterie, are you going to be loyal to the prince? I mean, are you loyal to the power structure kind of, or are you more loyal to the local opposition? Or are you keeping your head down, not being involved?
Not getting involved.
I do think we all did agree on a tenet though for freedom. Don't submit to things, but we need to be free.
But we're gonna have to. There will be times where we have to bend the knee, and that's fine.
It's working towards a goal, however.
It's the prince can tell you bend the knee, and well, you got to bend the knee.
Kiss the ring and kiss the ring. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right. So the main cast of characters you're going to run into, the court is you have the vampire Victor Lestrade. You have the Keeper of Elysium, Eleanor Ellie Blackthorn, Alaric Kane, who is the Master of Secrets, who is the loyal opposition to Victor Lestrade. He works for him openly, but he's kind of plotting in the background. Everyone it's kind of an open secret. He's just never pushed far enough, really, that he's never pushed far enough or hard enough to warrant a response.
And he's probably our primogen as well, or my primogen as well too.
Well, there are no primogen. There's not enough kindred. He doesn't really have primogen. No, he just calls him his Master of Secrets.
Cool.
He keeps a Keeper of Mysticism, which is Juliette Darmond, who is basically they're de facto primogen, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But they don't really just use the term. Juliette Darmond, a scholar and a ritualist. Juliette maintains a secluded haven in the woods near Lake Blackwater. She studies the spiritual undercurrents of the area, particularly the forgotten island Cairn, which she believes holds untapped mystical power. Julia is intensely curious about what goes on there, but sees it as a threat and a source of potential knowledge.
Wonder why.
That sounds incredibly brave or incredibly stupid.
Maybe a bit of both. We'll have to see.
Maybe a little column A, a little column B. So
there's Sebastian Winter, a fiery and rebellious kindred. Bass serves as the prince's muscle, begrudgingly enforcing his decrees. Once a charismatic revolutionary, Bass now finds himself trapped in a system he despises, lashing out at anyone who challenges his authority. He spends most nights at a rundown biker bar at the edge of the town, nursing his frustrations. So you have another local loyal opposition, but he's kind of the more rebellious. Was an anarch till the anarch stopped being a thing, and now he's kind of like...
Was he a gangrel or a Bruja? Yeah.
Of course he was a Bruja.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just write that down. Possibly.
Yeah, I stopped writing because I couldn't keep up fast enough. So.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. If we've got if we've got it written out somewhere, I can refer to it.
Oh, I will.
Yeah,
I have it all written out. I can print it out for you guys. All right, then we have Annabelle Cross. She's the Malkavian Oracle of the Undercurrents. She's just a reclusive, enigmatic figure who wanders the shores of Lake Blackwater, muttering cryptic prophecies. Despite her eccentric behavior, her insights often prove disturbingly accurate. Many kindred avoid her due to her unsettling demeanor, but those brave enough to consult her often leave with vital revelations. So
Interesting.
She's your local weirdo.
Why does that sound like an Oracle of Delphi situation? I like that.
I dig
might
it.
like her. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Then you've got a couple street level vampires, which I think I've sent to a couple of you. You got Jamie Jinx Carter, another Malkavian, a struggling graphic artist before their embrace, which came after an encounter with a charismatic yet unstable kindred at a dive bar. Now left alone with fractured memories and strange visions, Jamie is terrified by their new existence and uncertain how to control their newfound powers. They haunt the streets of Lake Blackwater, avoiding other kindred and mortals alike. And Tyler Tank Washington. Tyler was a high school football star turned mechanic, struggling to make ends meet before being embraced during a bar brawl that turned deadly. Their sire disappeared, and immediately after leaving, Tyler confused and furious. Now they use their physical strength to survive, taking dangerous odd jobs and picking fights to vent their frustration. He's not a thin blood, but he's a caitiff. A little different.
So he's close.
He's close.
He's close.
He's close, yep.
Okay.
And then there is the Thin Blood Collective, which is a group of thin bloods that are just hanging out in Lake Blackwater. They feel safe there, and they do their things. It's led by there's no one leads it. It's a true communal group. So the notable figures are Ashlyn Graves. There's Tyrell Trix Bishop, Marina Vasquez, and Eli Tanner.
Sorry, I thought you were calling my attention halfway through that.
No, but the name, I did just realize that the last name is similar to your call sign.
Anyway,
So those are some.
Those
Those are some of the vampires in Lake Blackwater. So some of the people you can expect to interact with, and hopefully I do a good job portraying them. I'll do my best not to offend anybody as best I can.
Yes.
As best
Hey,
I can.
Only
promise the same.
Anglo-European accents are okay.
Exactly. Only Anglo-European accents. I'll do my best.
My friend, you don't like Russian? What is wrong with Russian accent? Oh, I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Okay. So I want to highlight hunger. I want to go over some mechanics, game logistics, play schedule, downtime sessions, things like that. I don't stream every day. Usually my Monday stream would be during the day, and I would do Chronicle prep for Werewolf and stuff like that. But now that I'm doing this on Monday night, I'm going to do downtime actions. I'm retired. I got nothing but free time on my hands. Whoa! I can do downtimes almost any time during the week. But I am setting aside Wednesdays and Fridays during my stream to do them. Probably mostly Wednesdays. I want to do more gaming on Fridays, or at least try to. I've been doing a lot of tabletop role playing lately. I'm starting to lose my retro tag. I'm losing legitimacy.
What is this? Critical Role? Critical Role 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Oh God, no! I've never seen Critical Role.
It's interesting. I was around for the first season. The third season is it seems like a movie, and I don't know how to feel about that. Coming from a purely tabletop background.
Well, that's what I want. I want that authentic tabletop feel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. So we will set up dddice.com if you haven't yet. We can do that in the future.
I think I could.
I've showed you what it'll look like on screen. It's going to look good. All right, mechanics, hunger. So the way hunger works is a scale of 0 to 5, and the more you use your powers or rouse your blood, the hungrier you get during the game. So if you have a hunger of 3 and a dice pool of 6, 3 of those dice are going to be hunger dice pool. Going to be hunger dice, which are the red ones on Rage Over Blake Blackwater on the dddice.com app. Let's see, how did I do? I just got normal successes. Okay, the rolls really like me tonight. All right, if it had come up as 2 critical successes on the red dice, we'd have what's called the messy critical, which means you succeed, but in the most messy way possible. So it's you're not really succeeding. You're getting what you want.
Stuffed.
You're getting what you want, but it's not good. If you get 2 critical failures on those red dice, you get a messy failure. So it means the beast takes over and you fail in a spectacular way because you're hungry. It's not great. So the dice are stacked against you, just like they're stacked against our werewolf players. Only homework I have for you through the week is if you get a chance, read the mechanics section of the book. Not necessarily read the main mechanics section of how to make a dice pool. Because I take for granted you might already not know that. Read that, but I'm going to explain that in a section. But read the section about hunger and about the very special vampire rules, because they are very different from werewolf. So I'm reading them as well. I'm not sure if I can explain them well enough to do it, so I'm assigning homework.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, honestly. Come to your own interpretation.
Exactly.
But the only real question I have about that is it adjacent to werewolf in the fact of dice pools to create them?
Yes.
That is
100% the same.
Awesome. So in that case, I'm pretty familiar with that.
Combat is exactly the same. They use social combat in this book, so there's a whole other layer of combat which we've actually explored in Werewolf. We've done combat.
Oh right,
Yep.
Death by
Song,
Vicious Mockery. Yeah,
Vicious Mockery, exactly. Yep. So
which is one of the most creative ways to kill something I've ever seen. That's awesome.
It works for spirits. It doesn't work for human beings. If you do damage to someone's willpower, you can cause them to have a mental breakdown.
I was going to say, okay.
Yes, you can cause people to have mental breakdowns by attacking their willpower directly with social actions, revealing secrets, insults,
social media trolling,
exactly, goading, things like that. There's an entire layer.
I want you to shit yourself now.
Swat people.
Did you know that you were actually her all along? Wait, what?
No, that's catfishing. I'm talking about swatting.
Yeah, that's catfishing instead.
Oh my god,
catfish.
Destroy their mental fortitude by catfishing them for a long period of time.
Exactly. I think that's actually one of the examples in the player's guide.
Catfish them as their touchstone.
So the basic Retired Lover Bravo, the basic mechanics of the system are very simple. What you'll do is I'll ask you what you want to do, and you'll tell me I want to do this, and I'll tell you, okay, you take this skill and this attribute, and you roll that number of dice, and you're looking for 6s or better.
Okay.
It's kind of like if. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's pretty much that simple. I'll tell you the difficulty. Difficulty is number of dice you're looking for. They'll roll on the screen, and they'll show up on there. It's a real simple system.
Yep. It's the same as before.
Yep. It's pretty much exactly the same.
You're not dealing. It seems to be you're not dealing with a pool of like a blood pool that as you run out of blood pool, you start getting into troubles with getting hungry. You just automatically have hunger points that are going to be there.
Right. If you want to do a discipline, say you want to activate your celerity, if you've got celerity, you're going to make a rouse check. So you're going to roll 1 dice. If it's a success, you're fine. you're not hungry. If you fail, you get hungrier. So the
Okay.
hungrier you get, the more prone you are to going into a frenzy. Your power
Okay.
still goes off whether that succeeds or not. So
Sure.
your power's not.
What about
Go ahead.
what about using willpower?
All right, willpower in this system, you may re-roll 3 dice with willpower. So you spend a willpower. Now you don't spend it so much as you take willpower damage. You take a superficial level of willpower damage to re-roll 3 non-hunger dice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, makes sense.
Non-hunger. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me write that down, or else I'll forget that.
So it doesn't work against hunger.
Doesn't work against hunger dice. So if you have a hunger of 5 and a dice pool of 5, you're rolling 5 dice. 5 hunger dice.
So I was gonna say if all of your bad rolls happen to be the hunger dice and all of
Yeah.
I like that. That is pretty stacked. I like that though, because that kind of makes it so that you have to maneuver every situation. So you really want to avoid that at any and all cost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. This is much more heady than I thought it would be, and even then I thought it was going to be pretty heady. I like it.
All right.
I like it.
Now we also have to deal with resonance. Resonance is a rule that
Yes.
I'm a little fuzzy on. I'm still gathering it together because we need to do resonance for thin blood alchemy and blood sorcery.
Yeah.
So it's basically the flavor of the blood, but there's a lot of descriptive Roman Latin terms to describe said qualities of the blood, which none of it's all made up and none of it makes any sense. But it's just different qualifications on different types of blood.
The humors, this, and
exactly.
that. Yeah. If I remember right, or if I read it right here, if you feed or try to get a special resonance, like from an angry person, that type of resonance would be celerity and strength and potence and that kind of thing. Is that right, or is that kind of? Am I missing it? Okay,
no, you're about right, and I'm not going to contradict you during game.
Because yeah, it to me it seems like one of those things of when you flavor your food just right, you get special bonuses from it.
Exactly.
Kind of like drinking a potion from Skyrim, except it's way more grim than that.
But you can't gain resonance on animals, so they taste one way. Bland.
Animism.
Drinking potion of David.
Yeah.
Steve. I love Italian. No.
I wonder how Luigi tastes today. Angry. Okay. All right. So strength of resonance. Is that on a scale of 1 to, like, how far up does resonance go? Because for my character, the way I understand it is that basically I only have as many disciplines as the resonance I have. So if I have only one celerity or one discipline in celerity, thanks to one of my alchemist solutions I got, I can only use it once. Even though I've got like 3 different disciplines that I know that day.
Right.
Is that kind of the way it works?
It's very limited. It is very limited what you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
This is the best version of Thin Bloods I've seen. I like it. 231 is what I'm looking for. 231.
231.
I think that, yes, hunting and humors. Resonance, melancholic, Dracacerus. Okay, yep, there's everything.
Let me look that up because I'm going like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
You are what you eat on page 225.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, a lot.
Like, I got to do a lot of reading on this section. I got a lot of processing I still got to do. It won't take very long, but I'm not going to do it on stream.
Okay.
Speed read real quick.
It's the old choleric,
Yep.
melancholy, phlegmatic, sanguine. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. See those terms I'm more familiar with. The ones you just named.
Yo,
Hey,
what's
Wildwood.
up, Wildwood?
Hey, TWW.
TW
How you doing tonight?
Dub.
It's the man.
It's the man. All right, that's another thing we're going to go over is recent events in Lake Blackwater that may be of interest as inciting incidents or things that have gone on in the city. All right, within the month of December, there was been suspected ecoterrorism at Midnight Timberworks. That's something very vampire related, but someone was throwing thermite at generators. The CEO Jerry Falk went missing. The CEO of Midnight Timberworks, a week after the suspected ecoterrorism. So that might be connected in some way, shape, or form.
Just to make sure, is he still missing?
He's still missing. No one's ever found him. That's why they've named a new CEO in the meantime.
Good to know. Okay.
Yep, and that new CEO's name was, where did it go?
Jeremiah Clancy.
Jeremiah Clancy.
It's one of the few things
I was about to say. Yeah. Mr. Clancy, because he's not Tom. Nobody's ever that cool. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Yeah, Clancy. Alrighty. Interesting.
All right, and there's the suspected werewolf of Lake Blackwater that went viral for a few days after something happened at a local wild country bar in town. No one's exactly sure what happened. Some people have said it was someone saw a wolf in the bar and people freaked out. It might have been fentanyl. No one's really sure what happened, but it was a crazy night. It was the night Jerry was disappeared, and there is video of one of the band members turning into a wolf, but it can't be real. It's clearly
YouTube.
CGI.
They totally could fake that shit now.
Totally could fake it. It was a big story for about a couple days, and then it got overtaken by drones in the sky.
Oh, there are drones in the sky. Okay. Let me write that one down too.
Not local drones. Not local drones.
Oh.
Just the idea that there's drone. Nothing ever happens here, but the idea that something could happen really scares the shit out of the locals.
What was the name of the band?
Song of Ashes.
Song of Ashes.
I was about to say, is it bad that I already have over half of that written down? Sorry, not even just half of that. A lot of that written down.
All right. Some other things in the news recently. Up until just before Christmas, the city was housing migrants. 5 hotels worth of migrants that had been shipped up from the city, that had been shipped up from the border. And just before Christmas, funding had run out, and the migrants have disappeared since then. They're gone without a trace. They've cleared out of the hotels. They've cleared out of the jobs they've been taking. Some are still here. Those who, is more assimilated to the community, bought houses or rented out, are still here. But the majority, there were 700, the vast majority have just disappeared. I'm not sure if they were taken by bus in the middle of the night or what happened to them. No one seems to. No, the only people who seem to care are the hotel owners who are now cleaning up the mess and are out all that funding.
As an auditor, I feel that, but that's also 700 people. That's horrible. Okay. Ugh. Wow. All right.
That kind of shit is actually happening in places upstate.
I was trying to find the news stories on that, but I think my Google has a. The FBI might be watching it. Kidding. But they're definitely censoring some.
All right, so
parts of it.
Those are just some things that have been happening in Lake Blackwater. Things that newsworthy things. Now, what are some of the things that have been going on in your characters' lives? Fill me in. Let me know. Things we can work around. Things that you would want to see brought into game. Fun little here and there's. Things that are just going to make the world more populated.
I think we got 2 hunters here, like actual animal hunters. So that would be a cool thing here and there. Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like, oh.
No. I heard you. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Well, I just found two weirdos wandering around.
Yeah, these two guys. Well, I think one cooks up meth or something like that. I don't know what he's doing, but hunting definitely, and probably a couple bar crawls. Because if you're new to the area, what a way to get acquainted. Go to one of the more popular bars, but I don't know if everybody else would be down for that. I know my character would be.
You have fun with that.
Really.
For Salvatore, the kind of town this is, the kind of economic downturn that it has, it can produce the kind of desperate people who do the kind of things that, in their desperation or in their, where they're at, they're just doing terrible things, which gives you plenty of fuel for your fire.
Mm-hmm.
Also, maybe a couple points for me, too. Because, you get bad enough, and sometimes you gotta go. At least in Ryan's eyes. Okay. What else? I know there's a couple other things.
Yeah, I can't think of
I know for my character who's good at finances and is a CEO, and the player, not the player character, is also a numbers guy for a few companies I can't name. Opening a business, running a business, maybe not running one, but seeing opportunities, making opportunities, maybe making a lot of opportunities for people, just normal people. Because it's a poor, desperate town, and Jeff Bezos just walked into town. Could be a lot more jobs.
Yeah, but like Ghost Bezos, right? Did you
Yeah, really.
pop off the map like when you went through the change?
I would say he would have been more quiet than that. Well, not than that, but always tried to be quiet.
Because that's big news right there.
Yeah.
What you did.
Yeah. When you're out hunting in Texas and Colorado and Montana, you could be gone for about 5 or 6 days and nobody will blink an eye. It's just, he's out hunting. It's a while. It's a trip. He just went for maybe a couple more days than we thought this time. So maybe got back at night, but that's an interesting detail. Yeah, no. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because Salvatore is not going to be able to do a lot of those going to clubs, going to parties, doing the social interaction with normal, straight, mundanes. Can't do it, and he'll probably envy you guys and probably need you for how do you do these things, because he can't.
Well, see, I think Salvatore would fit in well with the dregs, right? I mean, meth is a big problem up there, and you throw a hat and you throw a hood on him, and he's not going to look any worse off than most of the meth guys running around. Definitely,
looks like a tweaker.
Picking at his face, stuff like that. So that's a different social strata that you can plumb that I definitely can't, and Ryan probably would be less inclined to.
Unless they got good residents.
But
I mean, he's an alchemist first and foremost.
Oh, right. I mean, there's nothing to be envious of. So, I mean, it's just you have your own social area that you could go into. And I'm not saying that, hey, man, go make buddy with meth guys and bring them back to my cabin, because they might not wake up. But
they might be missing a few gallons, not just liters.
Seriously, how much is a gill? But I mean, it's social interaction is for fun, but mostly for business, I would think. So
in social interactions, he's much more cagey than you guys, so he'll be somewhat reliant on you guys for that, and that's part of why I think the coterie is going to work out nicely, because there are going to be some things that he is just not comfortable with. He is very aware of his look, and he looks monstrous. And
at this point, I think we got pretty well rounded as well.
Oh yeah,
like I say, this is I like all the bases we covered here. I'm not feeling like we have a gaping hole in the defenses or anything like that. It's like, okay, no, this could work for 3 people. I like this.
All right, so let me ask what kind of stories do you want to see? What would you like? What kind of things would you like to see happen? I don't want you to have to, give me a script, but tell me the kind of things that you're hoping to see in a World of Darkness game.
Some prophecies propping up around, change in the city and which horse to back, and the pull between the loyal opposition and the prince, and getting caught in that and being used and trying to get out of being used, and
maybe starting a revolution or two.
Yeah. Not openly. I would never ever be a part of
never
a revolution.
openly. Hand on the Bible. Wait a minute, why is it burning me?
Yeah.
So like political subterfuge type stuff.
Political
like,
subterfuge.
Yeah. You got to get into the nitty-gritty of that at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the rest of you, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I definitely see Salvatore as a broken toy in a way. And, finding, kindred who can see him as something other than broken, see him for value and all that kind of. These are all things that he doesn't have.
See the humanity.
So,
yeah, I like that. And I don't know about you guys, but I know one thing from the World of Darkness and from vampires is that they're always hungry. And vampires don't have friends; they have useful tools. So it's one of those things where it's like the beast is going to be out and about. Even as much as Ryan's going to hate it, and as much as oh my goodness, names right now. Salvatore. Yes, just said it. I'm sorry. But yeah, Ryan and Salvatore are going to hate it. There's going to be moments where it's like, okay, this might actually be the lesser of two evils, and it might be good to let it out of the cage sometimes. Yeah. So I kind of like that tiptoeing of like starting to really go down the slope. When does it end? And how far am I going to go before I actually catch myself?
Yep. One of the specialties that I took under investigation is forensics. So we go through and, oh my God, this whole situation just turned out horrible.
Yes, yeah, horribly.
Get me a squirt bottle of the bleach. Spray this shit down. Fucking, we can't leave a body here. We got to do something with the body. What have you touched?
Yes.
Right, let's spray down things.
Yeah, and also
if we break the masquerade, the prince is going to come down on us so hard. We just
having to cover stuff up. Be quiet, because hey, the zone likes it quiet, as Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl would say. The zone likes it quiet.
Well, we can't hide the fact that it happened. Maybe we could pin it on somebody else.
Accidents happen.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So let's we're going to take just a few moments to talk about the things that I want to see in game. Things that, as a storyteller, that I'm going to push for. I like collaborative storytelling. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure that when everyone's getting everyone's getting their share in the spotlight. Because it's easy to we're not sitting at the table. It's hard to read cues.
Yeah,
it's hard to read body cues. So just be. No, everyone was great tonight. No one did anything. I'm not saying this because anyone did anything. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Just always going forward. Just kind of be cognizant of what everyone else is doing. If you have my stream pulled up in Discord, it's as close to real time as we're going to get to body language.
Yeah,
and it's hard. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
it's still just a tiny bit of delay, but even then, it's still good.
Yep,
it's not bad.
Give everyone a chance to shine. It won't be hard with 3 people. It'll be real simple.
No.
I do want to see politics. I like politics.
This should be a politics heavy game.
It should be.
Vampire's made for that shit.
Vampire's made for it.
I mean, you live forever.
You got to do something with that time.
Exactly.
You got to do something with that time. We are not talking national politics, so you're not going to see any nationalist vampires in my game. Maybe.
You.
So, maybe a werewolf.
Maybe a werewolf.
Okay, if we're seeing werewolves, I'm fucking popping smoke. Gone.
That is something I wanted to talk about. My werewolf players have been asking, Will there be collaboration between the two streams? Once everything is established, we're only in session 1. It's not even in session 1. I'm not planning anything immediately.
I was about to say we don't want to meet a werewolf right away.
Exactly.
Please.
Maybe down the line, what happens in one game will affect what happens in another game. That will happen. So if they blow something up, that thing was blown up in your game as well. It's the same world, shared universe.
Hell yeah! Well,
so in other words, don't start drilling places because the whole well might get blown up at some point in time for an oil company.
Yes, an oil company
I
could become an
am
antagonist.
absolutely going to get caught on this one though. Guy's out. Ooh, he's snooping and all this kind of stuff. Ooh, what was that? What was it? Oh my God, no! Ooh, pop smoke.
Oh shit! It's a wolf.
Run away!
All right.
That fucker's gonna smell me a mile away.
Next thing you know, some crazy hobos with M79 grenade launchers are
trying to eat it. Trying to eat the launcher.
Trying to eat the launcher.
Or breaking it. Explosive diarrhea.
It is going to be a shared. It is a shared setting. So that's why I opened up with the stories that we had tonight. December was a pretty traumatic month for Lake Blackwater. Lots of stuff happened. The local figure was lost. Poor Sister Clara Beale. Her church burned down. Not her church. I'm sorry. Her house. Her house burned down with her in it. With her in it. Oh, that's right. There's a news story that I have to read because some of you haven't actually heard it yet because you're not in on that group chat. So let me read it out to you.
Oh no.
Some of you have watched the werewolf game and kind of familiar with what happened. All right. Local pastor dies in tragic house fire mid ice storm chaos. Lake Blackwater, December 28, 2024. The Lake Blackwater community is mourning the loss of Sister Clara Beale, the beloved pastor of Unity Christ Church, who tragically perished in a house fire during the last night's severe ice storm. Fire officials report the blaze engulfed her modest home on Willow Street shortly before midnight, leaving nothing but charred remains and questions in its wake. Fire claims a devout life. Sister Beale, known for her tireless work supporting the town's underprivileged and her fiery sermons on unity and resilience, was alone at home when the fire broke out. Neighbors described hearing faint crackling sounds, but were unable to respond due to icy conditions, which made the roads impassable and hindered emergency services. She was a beacon of hope in this community, said the parishioner Mabel Whitaker. Her death is a profound loss to us all. Ice storm compounds tragedy. The ice storm wreaked havoc across Lake Blackwater, leaving thousands without power and causing multiple emergencies. Adding to the night's chaos, 2 county snowplows inexplicably caught fire while clearing major roadways. The incidents occurring miles apart are raising eyebrows but have yet to be linked. We're treating all 3 fires as isolated events, says Fire Chief Hank Drummond during a press briefing. The storm conditions were extreme and equipment failures can happen. However, residents remain skeptical. 3 fires in the same night during a storm? That doesn't sit right with me, said local mechanic Rudy Tanner, who frequently maintains the county's plow fleet. Fire ruled accidental. Preliminary investigations suggest Sister Beale's house fire was sparked by an electrical fault, exacerbated by power surges caused by the ice storm. The aged wiring in her home combined with the surge likely ignited nearby flammable materials. Similarly, officials attribute the snowplow fires to engines overheating and electrical malfunctions. Heavy-duty equipment often struggles in extreme cold, said Chief Drummond explained. Unanswered questions linger. Despite assurance from the authorities and rumors are spreading through the community, some point to Sister Beale's recent involvement in local controversies, including her outspoken stance against the exploitation of migrant workers by Midnight Timber Works as possible motives for foul play. Others dismiss such theories as baseless speculation. Let's focus on celebrating her life, not stirring conspiracies, urged Father Benjamin Harper, a close colleague. So that's what's in the press about what happened to poor Sister Beale.
Okay.
Anyone who watched Werewolf.
I was about to say.
I had you in my ear, but I was not quite conscious the other night. So
I have a lot of inconsistencies on these notes here.
Yes.
One of these is not like the other, and I like that.
So who was Sister insured by? Like, do I get to investigate that site?
Oh, that's a great question.
State Farm? Yeah.
I already like this guy. That's a great question. Are you kidding?
If that's something you want to investigate, that is something you can investigate. You can
Totally
have jurisdiction to do so if you want.
See how much of an accident it was. She's running around with an oil lamp and screaming hallelujah, and that's not covered by her policy. So,
yeah, and that would be useful because if you're interested in that, my guy could definitely investigate with you and has the investigation forensics. So that'll be useful finding out what actually happened there.
Not only that, maybe Gallagher's looking for some security for opening a business. Maybe he could hear something or a big place that just got hit. A few security companies that lost a few people. I like that. Okay.
Interesting.
You give me ideas. I like that.
All right. So let me give you the inciting incident, guys, for our first game, and then we'll talk about that for a little bit before we wrap up. But our first game, which will be next week, 9 p.m., and setup should be a lot easier now that we know exactly what to do. So we can meet like at 8:30, 8:20, 8:40. Just set it up real quick, get it going, test audio. We don't need the whole.
And now that now that we got everything saved and we know how to do all the OBS crap, crap stuff. Like I say, the inciting's really easy. A alchemist, a witch, and a ghost walk into a bar. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
All right. So the Tremere's tenuous position in Lake Blackwater faces a dire threat when allegations emerge of illegal experiments on thin bloods conducted by their chantry. With only three Tremere in the city, Juliet Armand, Dante Crow, and Marcus Vale, the accusations threaten the city's clan's existence. Juliet Armand must rely on her intellect, influence, and her fellow clan members to weather the storm while rival factions circle hungrily, eager to exploit the chaos. So someone is blaming the Tremere for experimenting on Thin Bloods. Thin Bloods, the collective, doesn't know of anyone who says they don't know of anyone who's been experimented on, but believes the rumors that someone's experimenting on them and is kind of getting up in arms.
Okay.
Sounds unsubstantiated.
And no one is.
I don't know. I'm further investigating.
You are being asked to investigate, Dante, because you're good at investigating, because you are an insurance adjuster and good at getting to the root of problems. Probably better than some detectives. You also probably have your own agendas that you want to accomplish too, but you're being asked to do this. So that's the inciting incident. Now, the person spreading the rumors is Alaric Kane, the Nosferatu Keeper of Secrets.
Okay.
God, I wonder how much he's going to want to pull me into shit.
Vampires don't have friends. They have useful tools. So yes. The answer is yes.
Exactly. It's like, oh, man.
Mongo just pawn in Game of Life.
Huh. Screams in Thin Blood.
So the key NPCs we're going to be dealing with mostly in session 1 is going to be Juliet Darmond, Victor Lestrade, Marcus Vale, a Tremere apprentice you've met before, Dante. Whoa! What's up, Nintendo Rewind?
Hey.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Yo, what's up?
Welcome in. Welcome, hi, I'm Tinderly. We were just talking about the inciting incident for our live game of Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition next Monday, 9 p.m. All right, what's going on, Raiders? I'm Commodore Zed. I'm your favorite tabletop RPG storyteller / retro streamer, doing my things with some of my really good friends here. Retired 11B, Keywork Savior, and Bishop 1810, planning some Vampire the Masquerade in our session. I was
about to say, not playing just yet, hopefully.
We're not playing just yet, hopefully, but we will be going soon. Remember to hit that follow button so you know when we go live, so you can, because next week it'll be me, and us live playing. If you've seen our werewolf game, you kind of know what to expect. What's up, Retro Cynthia? How you doing? But
Making bad decisions.
yep, we'll see if people are making the same kind of bad decisions in Vampire that they make in Werewolf.
Oh, all the time. All the time. It's hard to cage the beast once it's out. Yeah. This will be good.
So I'm going to go over the inciting incident again for everyone that just came in. Just bear with me, folks. So the Tremere's tenuous position in Lake Blackwater faces a dire threat when allegations emerge of illegal experiments on Thin Bloods conducted by their chantry. With only 3 Tremere in the city, Juliet Armand, Dante Crow, and Marcus Vale, the accusations threaten the clan's existence. Juliet Armand must rely on her intellect to influence her fellow clan members to weather the storm, while rival factions circle hungrily, eager to exploit the chaos. Hey! All right. So like I said, the NPCs we're going to be focusing on, because we're going to start in Elysium. We're going to start with social stuff right off the bat.
Okay, that's going to be interesting.
So I'm going to throw everyone kind of into the deep end. I'm going to throw myself into the deep end as well, starting with a scene in Elysium. Everyone's invited. Thin Bloods, because the Thin Blood problem, are definitely invited. Victor Lestrade does not brand. He does not abuse Thin Bloods. He does not see it necessary to abuse Thin Bloods. He is that comfortable in his power that he does not need to go after Thin Bloods. So he doesn't. Which is why the Thin Blood Collective has chosen Lake Blackwater as a place they feel comfortable staying. Which might be another reason why you're here. Because it's kind of a neato place for Thin Bloods.
Even though he's brand new, he's been treated like shit everywhere else, and then suddenly he's not. So it's a good incentive. But I smell honey pot and I like it. I see your tricks.
You see my tricks. All right, there's incentives for everyone to be involved in this. So everyone is invited to Elysium. At Elysium, you don't have to hide. You're allowed to be yourself. So you're expected to dress to impress, to go out of your way. So I want you to think about that when we do our opening descriptions, because we're going to start with you come through the door in Elysium. We're going to go very old school, and we're going to build up. We're going to build from there, and we're going to have our inciting incident. We're going to see where we go. I'm just laying down this is what I'm envisioning, and we're going to have an Elysium scene. Right with the role play, so everything we just start right away. Things to maybe consider. I'm gonna be wearing a button down and a tie. Every week I storytell. If you guys want to, costume up a little bit or whatever you want, that's completely up to you.
I mean, I'm told I do that every day. So okay. But anyway,
it's not necessary. I'm just throwing it out there.
I like the idea. I've got a few things that can work for that. So
that applies to my werewolf people too. If you guys want to start like wearing flannels and shit, you can do that. You can do that.
Yeah, just
because if you've noticed, all but one day I've worn the exact same outfit for storytelling while playing werewolf. It's been a blue flannel,
yes,
gray hat.
Yes. I saw. I noticed. Yep. I don't know if anybody else noticed.
I'm just showing Harry all over. I like it. I love it.
Oh, no.
All right. So the key NPCs for next week will be Juliet Armand, Victor Lestrade, of course, Marcus Vale, Tremere that you have met before, Dante Crow.
Yeah.
He is just another member. There's only 3 of you. It'd be hard for you not to have met him. He's just a young apprentice, a new vampire learning tricks.
Learning tricks?
Yep. The Thin Blood Collective, we'll be dealing with them. And, of course, Alaric Kane, the loyal opposition.
So I do have to ask, though, I'll probably find out, but I'll leave this up for interpretation. The Thin Blood Collective is going to be there at Elysium, right? Because Elysium's not a small thing.
Elysium is a big deal.
Big deal. Okay, so yeah, they will be there.
It's Vampire Prom.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's Vampire Prom. It's Vampire Prom.
And they do it all the time.
Boardroom meeting. It's to get together and just be social and impress upon the fact that I haven't killed you yet.
Okay, gotcha. I drive my Mercedes through the front door. Anyway. All right. Okay, sweet.
How do you see your characters approaching this inciting incident?
Skeptically, but yeah, I have somebody to meet. I have somebody that I need to get information from, but I'll do it eloquently, or try to.
Is Vale currently tutoring under Juliet right now, or is he like a fledgling, or
He's kind of on his own. I mean, that's kind of how it goes now. She tutors him, but it's not like he's under her wing constantly.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not that there's an echo in here, but I'm skeptical too. I'm incredibly suspicious of why this would be coming out when there's literally 3 Tremere in the area, and knowing that considering the source is, a big thing about it. It's like, why is he trying to stir up shit right now?
Yeah.
So I'm suspicious, if nothing else, of motives.
I'm kind of glad to go and put my ear to the ground and hear. Oh, what's going on here?
Yeah,
meanwhile,
the
I'm just here,
accusations
man.
of confession,
I'm just here, man. I'm just trying to learn something new. I'm new to all this, so yeah, no. New here. I got someone to meet, got someone to talk to. Gotta figure that out without making myself look like a complete fool.
All right.
Or end up with a bullet.
I'm going to ask chat something real quick because it's been a while since I've asked. How does the stream sound? Because over the course, has the voices gotten lower, higher? Can you hear everybody just fine? This is also an audio test because I've been having some weirdness. Audio is pretty great right now. Fantastic.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Nerdwire.
And I know I said this to Zed earlier, but if the gain on my mic starts to get way too loud, please somebody let me know. Again, it can get a little bit out of control. This computer's getting a little weird. I don't know what the audio card's doing. Or not the audio card, but I don't know what the audio is doing half the time.
All right.
But
Nerdwire, you may have missed it, but it was announced that a new CEO has been named at Midnight Timberworks. Yep, so it's been Jeremiah Clancy. It's
me.
It was me. It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
It was me, Dio.
These companies move quick, man.
How do you think you get to be a CEO and stay one? Okay, hey, it's just being a vampire. That's why you should try it sometime.
Secret to my success.
Secret to my success: be a vampire. You're ripping it apart. You don't even know if he's bad.
No, please.
All right. So, wow, it's only 11 o'clock. Damn.
I know. It feels like it should be later.
It feels like it should be much later. We don't have too much left to do, but bullshit, really. And I'm not going to keep us here. I'm not going to keep us here bullshitting till 12. So session 0.
I mean, I don't know about you, but no.
I could go. We could actually start. I don't want to start a session because I'm not prepared for it. Session 0.
I'm a little tired for a session.
So am I.
That's fine. Yeah.
So we've pretty much completed session 0 almost. I just want to
almost.
Yeah, we're almost. I've only got a little bit more left on my thing. I want to thank the audience for being here. Express my gratitude.
Seriously, thank you guys.
Thank you for being here. I hope to see you guys. We're doing it for us. We're doing it for you. We're doing it for everybody. We want to entertain you. We want to be entertaining at the same time. For some of us, this is our first time on stream for Bishop. So I want a round of applause. He's been fantastic. Feels like an absolute natural.
Thank you. I tried. No, that's a lie. It just comes naturally.
Kudos for having the courage to turn the camera on, man. That's
exactly.
the hardest part.
Turning the camera on is the hard part.
Listen, man, I'm sitting here shaking a little bit already. Okay, but hey, it's fun. Y'all are good company. I haven't made a complete fool of myself just yet, but there's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of time.
It's World of Darkness. Everyone makes a fool of themselves playing World of Darkness. We're just gonna do
That's
it live.
the fun part of it.
We're just
Yeah,
gonna do it live.
Exactly.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Exactly. That takes bravery. That takes a lot of bravery.
It's hard.
Hey, yeah, I'm total the class clown anyway, so if there's anybody you need to laugh at, I'd hope it'd be me. At least I'd bring a smile to your face.
All right, so remember to follow for updates. Do you plan to have more sessions than initial 6? Yes, this is going to be a long-running game. I've seen that. I've seen that Werewolf has legs. I think Vampire can have legs too. So as long as my players are interested in, we're going to keep going because it's been.
Go ahead, sir.
So we're going to go as long as the players are down. Like I said, I'm retired. I've got nothing but time in my hands. So running 2 games for me is really, really, it's not all that time consuming. It's just a couple days of effort. So it's been a lot of fun. Same for Werewolf. So Werewolf is on Saturdays at 9 p.m. and Vampire is going to be Mondays at 9 p.m. So remember to hit that follow button so you know when we're going to be on. And there's a little bit of viewer interaction in both games is going to be acceptable. We're going to have it in there, make it easy for you guys to do it. And I might run future games, so if it's something you're interested in even trying, and you'll keep in mind, you don't have to have a lot of experience. If you see another game open up and a slot available, jump in it. I don't know when that's going to be, but I think the next one will probably end up being an Avatar: The Last Airbender set game.
That's gonna be cool.
Nice.
So, wait, is it gonna be de-infantilized though?
It's going to be
mature.
It's going to be a mature setting.
That's awesome.
50 years after Korra. So the new Avatar, modern, kind of a more modern setting.
So instead of driving my Mercedes through the front door, it's going to be I'm going to be air. Yeah,
your
it's going to be airmailed.
Exactly. You're going to Sonomobile through the front door. That's the plan. For the next game is going to be an adult Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's
awesome.
So
that is awesome.
I'll be talking about that. I just need to get the books. I'm going to buy the Avatar books. And I will plan the third game out, but I want to get this game into like its 5th session before I start running my 3rd game.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going into TTT RPGs like Inception here, and I love it.
I'm excited. Yeah, right. I've got time. I'm hyper fixated. I've got a passion right now. So it's working out. There'll be an inevitable crash, but I'll be able to always, but I'll bounce back into something else. So let's have some fun, guys. I want to thank everyone for stopping in. Let's see, what's this party looking like right now? All right, let's take it to.
Who we got?
We can take it to Retro Perspective, who's playing Slayers, some more licensed JRPGs, I think. He plays a lot of great retro stuff. So we'll take it out to Retro Perspective. All right. So raid. Let's see if Frosty Tools does his thing. Yes, I'll give him a moment to craft a tailored raid message. All right.
Hey. Merge from Lake Blackwater, face off against Mega Man. Mega Man. We're really dead. We ain't walking away from this one, fam. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fucking Killbot. Cute little anime twink Killbot coming after us.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a string of words I was not expecting, but I think I'm going to steal that saying now. That's amazing.
Brand new sentence.
Brand new sentence. Bone apple tea.
I can't wait, guys.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
This is going to be good. I'm already excited for next week. Feeling a little better on camera. This is
No, you did great.
You did fantastic, man.
Yeah, you're great, man.
You're like a natural.
Hey, yeah. I'll work on it a little bit more. But this is. Thank you everybody who came, and thank you all for having me.
All right, see you guys at Power World, and have a good one. Peace.
Everybody have a good night. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.